Good evening, guys. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Susanna and welcome back to today's video. So in today's video, actually I'm going to be talking about, can I give a baby a breast after 3 days of stopping breastfeeding? Is it possible to give back the baby the breast? Yeah, that is what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. So have you yet subscribed to the channel? Kindly, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe, share, like, and comment. If you're my returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to watch my videos. It's our evening here. Thank you so much for passing by. Yeah, so the answer is no. You cannot give the baby the breast after 3 days or even after 2 days, 24 hours of stopping the baby from the breast. Yeah, you're not allowed to give the baby, you know. When you give the baby the breast, when you stop the baby from breastfeeding, you make it real, like it is real. You don't put back the baby, like you don't have to have mercy again on a baby when you've stopped the baby. That's why it is like when you decide like not giving the baby the breast again, you've decided not to breastfeed the baby again, to stop the baby from breastfeeding. That means you've decided. Yeah, make sure before you do that, before you wake up that day and say you're not giving the baby the breast, you make sure you've sat down and think, like, am I doing the right thing? Like, am I going to take, is this thing right, what I'm going to do today or tomorrow? Do you think it's the right thing, that what I'm going to do tomorrow to stop the baby from breastfeeding? Am I ready to take the consequences, like the cry of the baby, the word of the baby? Like, are you ready for that? You make sure you've sat down and think about it and then do it. Yeah, so that when you've stopped the baby from the breastfeeding, you'll not think again of taking the baby back to the breast, because the baby has already is crying. The baby has cried all over the night, the daytime. The baby has cried. The baby wants the breast. Yeah, so that you will not have mercy again and be like, let me take back the baby to breastfeed. So before that, you have to think. You understand? Think about it and come to the conclusion and make things happen like the way I did. So the answer is no. The first 24 hours, when you remove the baby, when you stop the baby from breastfeeding, mean it. Don't take back the baby to breast again. You don't do that. Reason why, the milk on the breast, yeah, is like also this other milk that we buy from the shop. Yeah, when we buy from the shop, you see, for the first 12 hours, that milk is always okay. Like, most especially when the baby is breastfeeding, when the baby is still small and you're breastfeeding that baby, that milk is okay 24/7. You understand? But that milk changes when the baby misses to breastfeed that breast. That milk changes. Yeah, it changes. So it turns into mala. Like I said, in the first 12 hours, that milk is okay. But when it turns 24 hours, the next 2 days, it has changed and it has turned into mala. Yeah, it has become, how can I say it, into ganda, like how can I tell you guys, into small particles. You see, when the milk that has slept in a cup or in a saucepan without boiling, that milk will turn into mala. So that, and to make it worse, that milk is always eaten with ugali only. If you know that mala that we buy in the supermarket, that milk is only used to take ugali or put it in vegetables when you're cooking that local vegetables. You understand? So that is how it is. And when you give it to the baby to breastfeed, when you give the baby that breast, you understand, that baby will have stomach issues. Either will diarrhea, either will be vomiting, will bring the bad effect to the baby. You understand? So that's why when you decide to stop the baby from breastfeeding, decide it once and don't take back the baby from breastfeeding. And like in many of the videos that I said, there are many ways of stopping a baby from breastfeeding, of which you as a first time mom, you can also follow them, because I have followed them in myself and they are working it for me. You understand? So either you can take the baby to your mother, or to your sister, or to your auntie to sleep there. That is another way of stopping breastfeeding. I know you have watched the rest of my videos about that, about stopping the baby from breastfeeding, but this one of standing back, taking back the baby to breastfeed after that all time, after the 2 days, it is not recommended anywhere. Even if you go and consult your doctor, it is not recommended. You don't take back the baby to breast after stopping the baby for 2 days. Yeah, unless you want to be running to the hospital. You want to start running to the hospital up and down. Baby will become sick and etc. You will have issues and will be running anyhow. So that is the answer. You are not recommended to take back the baby to the breast for the reasons that I have said. You will have issues. The baby will have issues with his or her stomach. You understand? So that is how it is. Like now, my son has taken like 2 weeks without breastfeeding, and then you wake up one day and then you want to take back the baby from breastfeeding. How? That milk has already dried on the breast. It is the milk, the breast is already dry and there is no milk in it. The milk that is only coming now, it is like watery. So that is how it is. Yeah, so that is all for today's video. I hope I have answered you very well. If you're first time mom, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. This channel is actually best for you. Subscribe, share and like. Yeah, and then I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye.